Member for Ryan.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. My questions to the Minister for Education and Training, representing the Minister for Employment. Minister, will you please update the House on the measures the government's introducing to restore the rule of law on building sites across Australia? And, Minister, what threats exist to the government's plan?
I call the Minister.
Great question.
Well, Mr Speaker, I very much thank the member for Ryan for her question, because she, like this side of the House, actually cares about the real issues associated with building and construction sites in Australia and the reason why the government has moved in a number of ways to try and protect the rights of workers. She is not trying to trash the Royal Commission into trade union corruption, as the other side of the House is. And in fact, today the opposition had the opportunity to show they were on the side of the workers rather than dodgy union officials by supporting the Australian Building and Construction Commission legislation in the Senate today. But they chose instead to oppose the ABCC. They've done that today, Mr Speaker, as recently as today. They also opposed the Registered Organisations Commission bill. Both of these measures would stand up for honest union officials and support the workers. And today what we're seeing in this place, Mr Speaker, is an attempt by the opposition to trash the Royal Commission into trade union corruption, to attack the Royal Commissioner, to not see the rule of law being restored on building and construction sites, but instead a transparent attempt to shut down scrutiny of trade union corruption. And one must ask the question, why would the Leader of the Opposition and the Labor Party not want the Trade Union Royal Commission to continue, Mr Speaker? And the reasons are transparently obvious to me and to the Australian public. If the Trade Union Royal Commission had not been in place, we wouldn't have known. We wouldn't have known about the CFMEU's links to organised crime, to criminal bikie gangs. We wouldn't have known that the AWU traded away the penalty rates of workers at Clean Event in exchange for cash and membership lists. We wouldn't have known
the Minister
that the
will resume
AWU...
his seat. The member for Perth on a point of order.
Mr Speaker, the Minister is referring to a federally convened Royal Commission as opposed to a state-convened Royal Commission, which has been the subject of a precedent, an important difference, because there is a concern that the Minister's statements might indeed be putting pressure on—
I've heard enough of the point of order. The member for Perth might refer to my statement in response to the member for Isaacs last Thursday. I call the Leader of the House.
Mr Speaker, it's no surprise that the Labor Party wants to close down the Trade Union Royal Commission. Without that Royal Commission, we wouldn't have known that the AWU made secret arrangements with Winslow Constructions in exchange for cash and lists, disguised as safety training that was never delivered by the union or Winslow Constructions. We wouldn't know that the AWU negotiated deals with Tees John Holland for the exchange of $300,000 in exchange for industrial peace, and on the other side of the coin got favourable treatment from the union. We wouldn't have known. The Leader of the Opposition might never have disclosed the $40,000 of donations that his Maribyrnong campaign received in 2007 from the AWU and from Labor hire firm Unibuilt. So, Mr Speaker, of course the Labor Party is trying to destroy the Royal Commission, but we on this side of the House will continue to stand up for workers, we'll continue to stand up for honest union officials, and Labor is again a spectacular own goal in bringing to the forefront of the political debate their tawdry association with the union movement.